toss-up really, but for my money, we're starting with the best of the bunch. It's a new comedy called Small Profits, and here's a clip.
I met a man who managed to grow homunculi.
They're like little people in jars.
Excuse me, you sell buckets?
Buckets? No.
I'm always wondering what he's up to in that shed of his.
Are you two an item?
No!
You can ask them questions about the future.
They will always answer with the truth.
What are you going to ask them?
So this is available as a box set on BBC iPlayer. It's the creation of Mackenzie Crook, who, of course, wrote and starred in Detectorists, which was just wonderful and just highly original and just so charming about a pair of metal detectorists, himself and Toby Jones. He also rebooted Wurzel Gummidge and starred in it as the talking scarecrow. That was delightful as well. Also quite pastoral like Detectorists. And this is his latest offering. It's about this guy called Michael, played by Piers Quigley, who was in Detectorists and he's a very quite a sort of quirky actor, I would say. He's got a very distinctive way of being on camera and delivering his lines, which I love. I absolutely, and it's great to see him in a lead role. Fantastic. He works at a DIY store and he lives in the house he shared with his partner Clea, but she disappeared 7 years ago. Okay. Well, you have Sir Michael Palin playing his father Brian, who lives in a care home. Crook does appear in it at the DIY store as Gordon, who is the manager with a really horrible ratty ponytail. Very funny character. The scenes in the DIY store are just very highly amusing. I would recommend watching this if you can without knowing where it's going. So if you'd rather not know how it pans out, you could skip forward if you'd like to, because it's just the most unexpected and magical and delightful thing that you could imagine. Let's just say Michael's dad, Brian, suggests a rather unlikely way for him to be able to find out the truth about what happened to Clea. That's all I'll say. And the way it unfolds is just the most astonishing thing, I've seen in a long while, and just a pure delight and just so original. And we said this about Waiting for the Out, but for me, this is probably the comedy of the year already. It's got our old favourite Paul Kay in it as Michael's brother-in-law, Roy, who wants the house back. He sort of considers the sister's never going to appear again. We also have Sophie Willan. Oh, she plays one of the neighbours. I love Sophie Willan. This is a must-see. I mean, he's done it again. Mackenzie Crook has done it again. I don't know how he comes up with this stuff, but he's an absolute national treasure, a huge talent, and this is wonderful. Don't miss it. Hannah, what did you think?
Well, he's already won a BAFTA, hasn't he? And I think he deserves another one, really, because I don't quite know how, like you say, how he comes up with this stuff, because it's just absolutely not what you'd expect. You couldn't make this up, could you? And you have to be careful not to spoil any of this in many ways, because it's easy to spoil and yet equally as, like you say, joyful and magical in its own way. I really enjoyed it. I love the fact that he comes in and plays a part and has a little cameo role as well. There's some great names in this, as you've already mentioned. And Paul Kay, who plays Roy, I just think there's some comic genius, that runs all the way through this. And yes, it's based on something that's pretty awful, a woman's disappearance 7 years ago. And as you say, his life just kind of comes to a standstill. There's lots of nosy neighbours. It's very, very funny. Mackenzie Crook's pulled it out of the bag once again.